everyone, Christina here. Welcome to day 8 of the holiday card series for 2014. Today I'm using the Dolly with Gifts stamp set from the Greeting Farm. I'm stamping her in Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and I'm using some Neenah Solar White cardstock. This is the 80-pound version of Solar White cardstock, and I'm stamping her just in the center of this piece of cardstock so that I can start coloring. I am going to speed up the coloring process, so I'm going to just turn on some music and let you guys watch as I color. But I did want to mention that I stamped her on some Inkadinkado stamping mask paper, and I'll be cutting that out and masking her off as well while the music is playing. she was completely masked off, I did some distress inking. I trimmed down the cardstock and started with Stormy Sky Distress Ink. I then pulled in a little bit of Chipped Sapphire Distress Ink and also some Black Soot Distress Ink. I wanted the bottom portion of this piece here to be a little bit darker, so that's why I pulled in those darker colors at the bottom. I then took this Happy Holidays stamp from Mama Elephant and stamped it in Simon Says Stamp Soft Navy ink all over this background. And that was particularly why I needed to mask her off, because I was going to be stamping over the top. So I carefully peeled off that mask and it revealed all the coloring that I did previously. I then took a W7 marker and a W4 marker and added a little bit of shading around the outside of Dolly. I did this because I noticed that there wasn't enough contrast between that outer edge of the image and the background, and I wanted to emphasize that. It almost makes her look like she's cut out and is standing on top, or is adhered on top, but it's all one piece of cardstock. I then added some white dots to her dress just to add some detail. I'm using a Jelly Roll pen. This is just a Jelly Roll white pen. I then took some Wink of Stella clear glitter brush pen and added some shimmer on top of all of the red areas. So I colored her coat and her barrettes and her hair and the hearts on her boots and even the red ribbon on the gifts. I then coated one of the green gifts in glossy accents, as well as her barrettes and the hearts on her boots. And then I decided that there wasn't enough shading underneath her feet, so I added some of that W7 and W4 that I used around the image. I added that below her feet as well. I let that dry for about an hour, went and did some other things, and then I came back and I'm continuing with the card. I thought I would use some Neenah Desert Storm cardstock as a card base. So I scored it at first, but you'll notice here in a minute that I actually do cut it down. Used a Sizzix Tim Holtz embossing folder and ran that through my Big Shot machine to emboss that texture on the craft cardstock. And then I adhered the colored piece to some white cardstock and trimmed it down so that there was a thin white border around the edge. I wrapped some red baker's twine around that craft cardstock and then adhered the Dolly piece right on top. Then I trimmed it down because I decided that I didn't want those strings to be showing on the inside of the card. So I decided to create a white card base and then adhere her on the top. And to add a greeting, since I didn't have room for a greeting on the front of the card, I decided to stamp it. So I'm using this greeting from the Simon Says Stamp Peace on Earth stamp set. It's the same stamp set that I used in last Friday's video, which was day 6 of the holiday card series. I stamped this greeting in VersaFine ink, just on the inside of that card. And that finishes the card for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I will be back on Friday for another card. And Friday's card is much more simple. Today's card was a little bit more involved than usual, but Friday's card will be much more simple and easy to replicate in case you wanted to create many of the same card for your entire holiday card mailing list. Once again, thanks for watching. On screen right now are 5 videos from the previous years of the holiday card series. These are all day 8 videos. So if you want some more holiday card inspiration, please click on any of those right now. You can also visit my blog at kwarnerdesign.com, and please give this video a big thumbs up. That lets me know you enjoyed this video, and I'll do more just like it. You can also hit that subscribe button in the top corner. That means when you log into YouTube, you will be notified when I have a new video that's just been uploaded. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.